The Terrible Warriors receive support through listeners at patreon.com/Terrible Warriors. Find out more on our Patreon page, including how to be mentioned in a future game, how to receive postcards in the mail, and to join our private gaming group. And for the entire month of September, our Patreon supporters will be choosing which game we'll be playing next. You can participate in the poll by signing up today. And stay tuned to the very end of this episode to find out how you could get a free book in the mail. Yes, we're gonna have a contest! And today on the Terrible Warriors, our first game of Year 6. Has it been that long already? Yes, we're finally at a kindergarten. So the real story is just about to begin. And for our first adventure of this new season, we thought we'd invite back Joshua Barbo to GM a game of a tale from the loop. Out in the suburbs of northern Sweden in the 1980s that never was. A particle collider is all the excuse kids need to spurn the imagination, and also to chase monsters in the dark. And the adults are never gonna believe them, but that's what makes them the Terrible Warriors. Well, hi everyone, I'm Justin Eacock, and I am not alone. Surrounded today by my Terrible Warriors, we have our GM running today's game.
Joshua Barbo from Chaotic Rogue Entertainment.
Hey there, Joshua Barbo from Chaotic Rogue Entertainment. How have you been? How was your summer?
I've been very good. I got to go to Gen Con.
Yes.
Which was super awesome.
Yes.
To promo the board game that I am designing that will be on Kickstarter.
We will have a special episode about that.
We'll have a special. Yeah. We'll talk about it. It's called The Visitor, the board game. And if you remembered playing some point-and-click flash games from Newgrounds 10 more years ago, you might have played this game. It's an alien slug that climbs up things' butts and eats them from the inside out in order to evolve.
How juvenile.
Yeah, I know, right? And now it's a board game so that you can share your juvenile fun with your friends and family.
Yeah, and next time you go off to Gen Con, I'll send you off with a field recorder. We can do some extra.
Give it to me.
Our people in the field. I'll send you off like we did at Breakout. And right there to Joshua's left, my right, we have.
Hello.
Oh, hi, it's you. Yeah, that's right. It was you.
Hey, everybody. It's me, Cassidy to my love too. How's it going?
And actually, you were just off of the Bloodwall campaign that you did with Tom. I know that was recorded ages ago, but that was literally last week. So welcome back. You're like another mainstay again. It's nice to have you.
That's the hope.
Yeah. And we'll go around. We'll introduce our characters in the game that we're playing real soon. But I'm excited to get us around. We also another recurring character.
Hi, I'm Natalie.
Hi, Natalie.
Chaotic Rogue Entertainment as well, or just Chaotic Rogue on Twitter.
Are you going to tell me what Chaotic Rogue Entertainment is? Because you guys keep name dropping it on the show, but we've never actually described it.
Well, so what it is an entertainment company.
Like the Matrix? You just have to know? It is.
You have to go into it to know. Oh, That's all it is. Go to
chaoticrogue.com to learn more.
That's actually pretty much. It's a lot of content based on tabletop gaming.
Yeah.
That is the easiest
nerd
summary.
And geek stuff, tabletop gaming stuff. Right now we've got some
ridiculousness
blogs, articles,
stuff from us, mostly.
Podcasts and videos.
Yeah.
And new to the show, sitting at my right, everyone else's left, is a longtime friend of mine. I've wanted to have you on Terrible Warriors since like the day I started on Terrible Warriors. You and I actually first met doing a stupid little web series that no one's ever heard of and no one ever will. But then
so you don't want me to name it?
Oh no, it was called it was like a Band of Brothers knockoff. It was
it's called Brotherhood of Leet.
And it was based off of the Gamer Army fandom from the Pure Ownage web series.
Yeah,
which is like a real deep cut for people here in Toronto. And we filmed it all in the Don Valley, and it was all instead of like it was a riff on Band of Brothers, but the Sega console Nintendo war, where it was like the Nintendo forces were invading Segite occupied Europe. It was nuts. It was so good.
That sounds like a plot line that ran on Control-Alt-Delete.
Yeah, everyone, all the paratroopers had like Nintendo zappers, and it was great. And they're flying over Channel 3 because Channel 2 had too much static. It's great. But that was a long time ago. But I mean, you're one of the hardest working comedians I know here in Toronto. You're always out there hustling. I know you. I continue to watch you through the Comedy Bar, and now you're doing stuff with Sex T-Rex still.
Yeah,
Oh, that's where I've seen you before.
That explains
like,
a lot.
you look
Now that's how I recognize you.
You wait for that shoe to drop.
Yeah.
Everyone knows who John is.
I spent the last year and a bit doing their show Swordplay with them and their show
Which is
Waka Waka with
amazing.
them.
And if you haven't
So
seen it, you
good.
should see this thing.
I was working very, very hard the weekend of Con Bravo at Con Bravo. And I wanted to see it but couldn't because I was stuck in vendor's hall making sure everything was not on fire.
We saw it at
It was
Fringe.
on fire.
a noble pursuit.
We saw it during Fringe, and it was awesome. It was so freaking
Fun
good.
show. Yeah.
So
I really liked all of your characters.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I kind of play everyone else in the show. So yeah, I work with them on occasion on whatever they've kind of got coming down the pipe, and I've just been doing my solo stuff and just voice work and writing for whoever will let me.
So this is airing through September, and right now you're in Halifax now, right?
Yes, if you're listening to the first one, I'll be in Halifax. I'm not even here. It's weird. I'll just be doing a solo sketch review show called Live from the Garbage at the Halifax Fringe. So if you're at the Halifax Fringe, I am there at Plan B Co-op. So check it out.
Follow this guy on Instagram, basically John Blair. That's I got it right.
John Blair, basically.
Ah, damn it! The dyslexia got me again. John Blair, basically. John Blair, basically.
Okay.
Say that 10 times fast.
Say it the right way.
It's
so
in
that-
the show notes, folks. Just click it there. The link's right there, you kids. And it's if you can't make it to Halifax, I guarantee you the Instagram stories will be worth it.
All right, so we are gathered
playing
here
it.
today to play Tales from the Loop.
Yes.
For those of you listeners who don't know, Tales from the Loop is an amazing brand new RPG that was created entirely inspired by the images that artist Simon Stålenhag, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, Stålenhag has drawn. These are incredible paintings that Simon has created. They all have a similar theme. They are a 1980s that never was. So you can see images of a couple of kids running through a field in 1980s Sweden, only there's a giant mech robot that is going towards the police van to pick it up, controlled by a tiny little kid who's got the controller arm. It's weird because all of these memories,
just
right?
like when
Just
we were
I
kids.
remember. Just like old times.
It's all these images are fantastic because they all have an incredible way of inspiring nostalgia for the 80s while simultaneously showing us things that never existed in the 80s. It's really cool. It's very Stranger Things meets The Goonies meets Super 8 meets Back to the Future. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. It's or as someone in our Discord channel mentioned, it's Steven Spielberg, the 80s RPG.
Yes.
And speaking of which, we are connected to Discord. If you're a Patreon supporter, we record these games once a month.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a couple people in there. They're going to be coming in and out because we're recording this all evening. So if you want to hear how these shows kind of sound in between episodes, join us there. That's kind of a cool thing. So we've made our characters.
Yes, but we're not going to introduce them
No.
roundtable style just like that. We're going to introduce them mid-game because there's actually a whole character introduction section to how you're supposed to introduce the characters when you play this game. So I feel like we're ready to just dive right in. Is everybody ready to just dive right in?
Let's do it.
Okay, so this game is set very much like a TV show or a movie or whatever. Everything is played in scenes. The scenes that we are going to play are going to be a mix of everyday scenes and more Stranger Things scenes where it's not the everyday. The adventures in this game are called mysteries, so you guys are going to be going on a mystery, whether you like it or not. Very Scooby-Doo-like.
I was gonna say, do we get a van?
And we're gonna try to find a nice, balance between those your boring, dull, everyday life, and the more exciting one. So we're gonna start the first chapter of this story is actually called Introducing the Kids. You're all playing kids. And we will be introducing the kids in these scenes.
No, you're all playing babies.
Okay, we're gonna
Meanie.
start with you, Justin.
Down.
We're gonna start with you. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you if you have a scene that you would like to play out. So you have a character, and you know what your character's problems are, his prides, his drives, the things that drives him, and the aspects of his character. And the game is very cooperatively creative. It's not entirely reliant on the game master to set the scene, though I do have scenes written out that I can set if your mind is at a blank. To give an example, the one that I have for you as an introduction scene is a hockey match. But if you'd rather do something else...
I was thinking, certainly I was going for the hockey angle, but at the end of the match, I want to be leaving. I don't know who I'm bumping into, but I'm really angry and upset. I've just been told the coach is letting me know that if I can't get because I've got this problem that I'm going to be put into this special class.
We'll get into it. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your character? Don't reveal all of the...
Why have I maybe just finished having that chat with the coach?
Sure.
And I don't want to get into a fight with someone now.
You don't want to get into a fight?
No, I'm feeling frustrated and angry, and with no way to express those emotions. It's time to hit something.
I got it. So here's how this is going to go down. You're a member of a hockey team, a local hockey team. You're hoping to get to the big leagues, and you have a hockey rival. Do you have a D12 that I can roll?
No, because we only have a D.
We only have D6s, so.
Hang on.
My dice bag's way over there.
I mean, we could just get 2
She's got
D6s.
I got you.
She got you.
Okay, we're gonna roll this. You can roll this. Here. What'd you get?
11.
11. So you're. That's funny. Brian Lee Scholes.
Yeah.
Is the name of your rival, which I write down. Brian Lee Scholes. Okay, Brian Lee Scholes.
He's an asshole.
Wow.
He's an asshole. You would say that. Brian Lee Scholes is the captain of your team. He's better looking, a better athlete, and he's smarter than you. You both go to the same school, the Prince Sven Memorial Institute of Technology. Despite it being a smarty pants school of technology, they still have a hockey team, and you're on it.
It's Sweden.
It's Sweden. Of course, they've got a hockey team. And so Prince Sven Memorial School, you're the local team for that school. And who did I say? Brian Lee Scholes is your one of our Patreon supporters, but also the captain of the team, better looking, better athlete, the rival.
Number 11.
Number 11. Now, you guys are playing. You guys are about to play a mock game where your coach is gonna split the team in two, and you're gonna play against the other half of your team as practice.
Great. I'm the goon. I just want to knock him out.
But before the game...
I don't even think we're allowed contact in the high school league.
Before the game, the coach comes forward with a... we need a name for this coach, too. Mm-hmm. Roll again on the D12 list.
Number 1.
Matthew Baumgartner.
Coach Baumgartner.
Coach Baumgartner, who's in our Discord right now and beaming at the fact that he's a coach. Coach Baumgartner says, "All right, team, I got some important news for you guys right now. I got some important news. Fallen. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's a Swedish town, but Fallen has the annual Swedish ski games, as you know. And one competitor from our school is going to be sent to compete in the Fallen Swedish ski games, and whoever gets sent to compete in the ski games will also be given a full sports scholarship to go to the local Stockholm University of your choice. Unfortunately, I can only send one of you to go, and my choice is going to have to be Brian Lee Scholes because he's our best player. But I have until the end of the week. The end of the year. I have until the end of the year to submit a name. So I want you all to be on your best and show me what you can do because I might just change my mind. I know skiing is not necessarily your forte. You're all skaters here, but there's things that overlap. There's things that... Anyway, we're going to play a game of hockey, and I'm going to be watching you all very carefully to see who's the best performer in there. We're going to get Brian Lee Scholes. He's going to be the captain of our mock team. And you know what? Henrik, you can be the captain, in quotation marks, of the opponent team, since we're creating 2 teams. So they put you in 2 teams, and yeah, the puck drops, and what do you do? You're just going in for the kill right away, or do you want to try to beat him at his own game?
Well, I mean, I don't want to eat up too much time on all the minutia. It's certainly the skating's going in. I'm getting rough. I have like lead skills, and I've got a good heart stat and all this, so it all makes sense to me that Henrik is he can run a team, but he's flawed with that anger and that temper of his. And eventually it's going to come down to checking his rival as hard as he can into the wall, with the intent of hurting him, which is
so that he can't participate.
Which is also going to throw myself under the bus too, if coach even suspects that was
all right.
my
You want to make a check there. So this is going to be our first check. Here's how checks work. You're gonna pick up some dice. You have some stats and some attributes and some skills. So this is obviously a body skill, a body force skill. So you're gonna take your force level and number and your body number. You're gonna add those together, and that's how many dice you're rolling. And you're looking for 6s.
Do I get to use my iconic item?
Your hockey stick? Are you checking him with the hockey stick? Or are you doing a body check?
That's a cross check, right?
Are you doing a cross check? Because I had heard that you were doing a body check.
Let's throw in the hockey stick as well.
Okay. Then you get an extra. You get an extra 2 dice for using your iconic.
Real
item.
ass. 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I counting these all right? There's a lot of dice.
It's very fortunate that Mr. Baumgartner is in our Discord, because he can let us know if he's going to let you get away with this.
Okay, so I actually am rolling literally all the dice that came with that box.
Amazing. Look at that. This is what you're good at.
We'll see.
1 success.
1 success, which is all you needed.
Wow.
Which is all you needed. You check him so hard, cross-check him so hard into the boards, and he falls to the ground. And you hear the coach blowing his whistle.
Yeah.
But Brinley Scholes is down, but not out. He quickly,
I'm gloating over his body.
He quickly is recovering and pulling himself back to his feet/skates, pulling off of his gloves and his helmet, and is looking at you with, murder in his eyes.
I smile. This is what I live for.
Okay, you're gonna go in for a fight then. You guys are fighting. Awesome. Okay.
Gloves are off.
You're fighting. You're gonna fight him. Your coach is screaming from the sidelines, but he's too far to get in the middle of you just yet. So you've got a few chances to get some good licks in.
And our teammates are egging us on as well.
Your teammates are egging you on. Yeah, fight. So you're gonna need to make another check, and this is definitely also going to be a force body check.
Yeah, minus.
You don't have the hockey stick.
No, 1 success. There's 1. I was like, no.
1 success. So you fight.
I am barely getting through this.
You're barely getting through this. Yeah, you are.
I'm rolling 8 dice, and only 1 of them are winning.
Yeah, now you know the stakes of this game. It's you're fighting. He doesn't knock you down. You leave him with a black eye. It's just. Finally, the coach comes and breaks the 2 of you up before it goes too far. But it didn't look like there was any clear winner. Well, no, that's not true. It looked like you were coming out ahead. But had it kept going, you probably would have won. But he stops it before it gets too far.
Yeah, we all know I would have won.
And as we know, Coach Baumgartner says, Henrik, you started this. You know it's no contact allowed at the school's games. You're benched for the rest of the season. You're lucky you're not tossed off the team.
Ooh. I think that's a good place to just end the scene
there.
there.
That's a good place to just end the scene. It's a good place to just end the scene. So that's our introduction to your character, Henrik.
Iceman's a problem.
I drew a picture of it.
Oh, were you watching from the bleachers? Are we gonna then cut
I
over
watch
to
everything.
Are we gonna cut over to Katri, who's drawing this fight?
You have to post pictures.
We are gonna cut to Katri. Katri, tell us a little bit about your character.
So she likes to hide in places a lot and just likes to draw people as she watches them.
Okay, so tell us about how you were watching this hockey game unfold.
So I don't know when, is this after school?
Yes.
Okay, so instead of going home, Katri she likes to go around and see what the extracurriculars are. Not that she's involved in
I should
any
also
of
tell
them.
you guys the time of year. It's December 12th.
Oh, it's the dark, cold days.
Dark, cold days of winter are here, but everyone's getting ready for Christmas, so there's still hope in people's eyes.
Yeah, so she's all bundled up. She likes to have a bow in her hair, which is why she draws herself as a ghost with a bow in her hair. It's just who she is.
I love that.
Yeah. And so she likes to go around and see the extracurriculars, mostly what's going on right now at this point. Like the biggest thing going on is hockey. So she kind of just sneaks her way into the arena and just kind of hides up at the top back corner. And she's like huddled up and she's just sketching in her notebook.
Yeah. It's kind of a big deal that someone from your school is going to be sent to the Fallen Winter Ski Games. Fallen, just in case you guys aren't aware, was competing for becoming the next Winter Olympics location. It was the second choice. It barely lost to Calgary, Canada.
So it was one of the bidding locations, one of the bidding
Yes,
cities.
it was not only one of the bidding locations, it lost
Was
by
the
a
runner-up.
hair. So the next Winter Games Olympics, which will be in Canada, are next year in 1988. And
It's exciting.
Fallon is...
Yeah, it's the cool runnings year.
Yes. Anyway, so Katri
As we all
is
know.
hiding in the corner, in the dark corner. In theory, not really trying to avoid being seen. And she is just busily sketching away, watching people. She recognizes Iceman because he's a jerk face. And so she likes to watch people, and maybe if she learns anything, maybe she can defend herself.
Cool. Well, you see the fight.
Mhm. I draw it out.
You draw it out. You see,
I already did.
You see Coach Baumgartner chew out Henrik, Iceman, from being starting a fight like he did.
Mhm.
And then the game is kind of like broken up as a result. Like the game stops. He's like, the coach says, I think you guys have had enough for one day, and he sends everyone home. But the team captain, Branley Scholes, doesn't go home.
Mhm.
You know where he lives because you're a creeper.
Yeah.
And you watch him walk away from home.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's not usual.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to follow him?
Yes.
I just didn't even finish what he was saying.
Okay. You follow him, and he
I am super curious. I wish to know.
he starts going away from home. He gets on a bus. Do you follow him on the bus?
Do I have bus fare?
Yeah, you have bus fare. Sure.
Yes.
So you get him on the bus and you follow him, sitting a few seats behind him,
Obviously.
and the bus takes him.
I'm bundled up. It's winter. Nobody knows it's me.
Yeah, of course.
Like Kenny.
Yeah, basically. I'm pulling a Kenny here.
The bus takes you to Waspy, which is one of the towns on the western coast of Munso.
Oh, did we find out where Sven, Prince Sven
It's-
Memorial School was?
It's somewhere on Munso, close enough that from the grounds you can see the Bona reactor cooling towers.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
So we're from Lowton.
Sure.
Yeah, so Lowton, it's right there on the northern tip of Munso.
Yeah.
Wish we were in Ferentuna. That place is more fun. Not as many losers there.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what happens. But you're not as cool as people in Ferentuna. Anyway, you take the bus all the way to Waspy. The sun's going down. It's getting dark. It's already gotten dark actually because it's the middle of winter, so it gets dark early. And you see him with his skates draped over his shoulder, getting off the bus and walking down to the docks at Waspy. The river, not the river, the sea, the lake, which it creates a channel between the Aldeso Island and Munso Island. It's called Svinsundet. He walks up to the river, which is completely frozen over, the channel, and he puts his skates on, gets down to a dock, puts his skates on, and goes out onto the frozen channel between the two islands.
Oh.
And starts skating out.
Uh-oh.
Have you been following him before, or is this your first time following him?
No, I followed him probably around the arena, but not to this lake before.
Okay. So yeah, you see him skate out at the lake. And how long do you wait? I assume you don't follow him out over the lake.
No.
How long do you wait?
How far does he?
He keeps skating until you can't see him anymore.
Yeah, when I don't see him anymore, I start trying to go closer to the lake to see.
Okay, so you walk right up to the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And how long do you wait for him to eventually come back?
I just keep waiting.
Okay.
I'm not.
An hour goes by.
And still nothing.
He hasn't come back. Make a.
I sit down and keep sketching.
Hang on. Make an equivalent of a what's a perception check in this game. This would be I guess it's definitely mind plus investigate.
Mind?
Yeah, mind plus investigate check.
Oh, thanks. Okay, cool. So 7 dice total. Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Any sixes?
No.
0 sixes.
All 5s, except for 1 4. That was really
you're
weird.
looking for sixes. Sixes are the only success.
I know. No, all
But you
5.
got some luck.
I
You do have luck.
I do
so
have
here's
luck.
how your luck works.
Okay.
How many luck points do you have?
2.
2. Those will last you the whole session.
Uh-huh.
But you can spend a luck point to
Uh-huh.
re-roll any failure or not any non-success. So you could re-roll all these dice if you want to for 1 luck point, but you don't get it back until you only have those 2 for the whole session.
Oh. Then I'm not going to.
Okay. You can also do what's called a push, which also gives you a chance to, which also lets you re-roll everything. But if you push your luck, that's funny. If you do a push and you roll and you still fail, then you get a condition.
I'm going to push.
You're going to push. Okay, so you re-roll everything. If you still fail it, you're going to get a condition.
I still fail it.
Oh no!
Fantastic. So you get to pick one of the conditions.
I'm not using you dice anymore. Go away.
Yeah, you could use.
You get to pick one of the
Yeah.
conditions.
Official dice.
The conditions are upset, scared, exhausted, and injured. I think exhausted probably makes the most sense because you're sitting there waiting for a long time in the cold on a dock.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the middle of winter. It's been dark since.
I'm going to
4
go
o'clock.
exhausted.
So you get exhausted. What that does is it gives you a -1 to the number of dice you roll every time you make a check.
Okay.
So eventually you give up and decide to go home. He never does come back as far as you can see. You know that on the other side of this channel is the island of Adelso,
Yeah.
and that the entire channel is frozen over right now. There normally is ferries that cross the channel, but right now it's frozen over. So in theory, he could have skated to the other side, but what he was doing, anybody's guess.
Mm-hmm.
So you get back on the bus to go home. Cool. You
Yeah.
are way past your bedtime before you get in. You're gonna scare the crap out of your nana, but we'll deal with that in a second.
Yeah, if we did want to go with Lowton, Waspy's 10 kilometers away. So
Yeah, well, she took the bus.
yeah. I mean, it's not that far. I mean, I ride that much to work on my bike, but it's certainly for a 13-year-old. That's a little bit beyond the city block.
Just a little.
Tommy,
Yes.
do you have a scene you want to play out,
Well,
or do you want to use the one that I came up with?
What'd you come up?
You're helping your dad put up Christmas lights on the barn.
Okay, yeah, I like that. I'll take it.
All right,
Aw.
cool.
I feel like I
That's
wouldn't have.
cute.
It might even be the same evening. I feel like I wouldn't have
Yeah.
gone to Henrik's hockey game.
Yeah,
'cause
no, same evening.
I come
Sure.
home and help, and that's what I do after school.
So, are you down on the bottom holding the ladder, or are you up on the roof with your dad?
Oh, I think I'm up there with him.
Okay, you're up there with him on the roof. Sure. So why don't you tell me how the scene plays out?
Well, basically, I came home right after school.
Mhm.
My brother was having another one of his dumb hockey games, but there's stuff to do around the house, so I came home, and Dad said he wanted to help set up the Christmas lights. So after I got in and did all the rest of my chores that I do and helped clean up the workshop, which is, I imagine it's just kind of like a big garage on one part of the farm that for an extra bit of money, maybe my parents fix machines or whatever for the local other farms. Came home, cleaned that up a bit, and now we're just this is the kind of fun chore we get to do now after everything else. So I'm just up there helping them nail them up.
Okay, so your dad, and we're gonna find out what your dad's name is. Somebody can roll a d12. Tommy can roll a d12.
All right, thank you. That's a 4.
Riga. That doesn't sound like a dad's name.
So let's go Will.
Okay, Will.
Mm-hmm.
Will is your dad.
Are we the Folland family?
Sure. We needed a last name for you. Will Folland.
We're the Folland.
Okay.
Folland.
All right, noted.
And it's all right that we get like non-Swedish influence coming in because it's been 20 years since the loop opened up and people from all over Europe have come in and scientists and families. Maybe our dad isn't actually from Sweden.
That's possible. Your dad works at the loop. Did we decide if he was a security guard at the loop? Is that what we said?
Kind of like that. It kind of plays into you get the work ethic and I also get this like tough guy toxicity.
Yeah.
And
cool. So as you're helping him put up the lights, at some point he stops and he starts coughing. He had been coughing a little bit all for the past couple of days, but then this time it's like a real harsh throaty cough, like he's and he actually coughs up a little bit of blood. It's so violent. That's shocking. And he almost loses his balance because you're standing on a roof, and he starts coughing. And he's trying to hold on to the lights, but they're not really great for balance. Yeah.
I guess just ask him, Dad, are you all right? Do you need to go inside? We can finish this later.
He's like, no. Your mother wants the lights up tonight. We're gonna finish it now. I'm fine. She's just been smoking too much. You know. I need to give that up.
Yes, sir. Okay. Well, we can finish as quick as we can. I'll go double time.
All right, sure. Do you want to try to speed up the pace?
Sure.
Do you want to work double time at greater risk of making a mistake, injury, perhaps?
Yeah, sure.
Because maybe you're up there like stapling or like using like the nail gun.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so this is going to be a body plus, let's say, move check.
Okay, so that for me is body is 4 and move is 2. So I'm rolling 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Use those. They're better luck than mine.
All right. All right, let's get these Christmas lights put up.
Yeah. Any 6s?
No.
Oh boy, no 6s.
Hey, welcome to club.
All right, so you rush to get them done. You're worried about your dad the whole time. You're not really focused on what you're doing. You slip on the roof, and now we're gonna find out if you fall off the roof. You're gonna need to make a body plus force check to try to avoid sliding off the roof.
That is also 6. And no, I'm off that roof.
You're off that roof unless you want to push it. If you push it and you still fail, you'll get 2 conditions. If you just leave it and you, it's like double or nothing essentially. You'll get 2 conditions. If you just leave it and you fall off the roof, you'll become injured.
I think that seems that's where this is going. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just fall off the roof, you're injured.
Yeah.
Your dad quickly rushes down the ladder and checks on you. How bad are you hurt?
I think I landed on my shoulder. Maybe my left arm is a little banged up.
Okay.
I just sort of took it on the side.
Got lucky. It landed in. There's some snow on the ground. So.
Yeah, I guess there's snow.
There's
but
lots of snow. You
yeah,
landed in the snow. It could have been much worse.
Yeah, it definitely really hurt.
The downside, however, is that your dad is now going to tell you that he'll finish up on his own and that he's going to send you inside, which means that he's out even longer.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, that was the opposite of what I wanted to do for my dad.
Yeah. As you are standing there with your dad, making things, agreeing that that you need to be sent in and that you put some ice on that shoulder. You see your brother come home in a huff. He doesn't even glance at you.
Door slams.
He's very upset. He's clearly very pissed off. He just rushes home and goes in, slams the door, doesn't even look your way. He's clearly had a bad day. Dad's like, "Oh crap, his mother will kill me," says Baumgartner from the Discord channel. Which is true. It's true. Your mother will probably kill him. You let him go what? Up on the roof? What? Anyway.
He's 14.
So we're gonna now move the scene to Isabella.
Hello.
Isabella, do you have a scene that you would like to do?
Yeah. So I'm up in my room.
Okay.
And I'm trying to fix this computer that was just kind of discarded, and I thought, well, maybe I can do something with this.
Sure.
So I'm just up in my room
tinkering with the computer.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit what your room looks like, and tell me a bit what you do, what your process is when you're working on the computer, kind of thing.
Yeah. So my room's small, as you might expect for your real young kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small room, little twin single bed.
Mm-hmm.
And it is messy. It is real messy. There are just like computer parts and like little puzzle activity books just strewn all over the place.
D&D monster manual, perhaps.
Yeah. It's like a single teddy bear sitting on my bed, but like other than that, like all of my other belongings are all just like computer parts, and there's tons of wires and just like tools and whatnot, just like all over the place. There's one desk that I sit at where there's like a little desk lamp on top, and that's where I do all of my work.
Cool. You live with your mom and dad?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any siblings?
No.
Okay. So you're working away, and you hear your dad gets home. What does your dad do for work?
Works at the Loop.
Does he work at the Loop?
Make him one of like a head researcher. It might explain why you have so much access to computers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sure. Okay, he works at the Loop.
Our dad's the blue collar there, but you're all.
Yeah.
You hear your dad get home. And you continue working at your computer until you hear your dad shout, "Isabella, come down here."
All right, so I like just a second and like take like an extra like 15 seconds to just kind of like finish doing a thing, and then I put my stuff down and kind of saunter down the stairs.
Your mother's making dinner, and your dad's waiting to talk to you. He's on his armchair.
Yeah.
He's got one of those old lazy boys that every father had in the 1980s. He's like, "How was your day at school, Isabella?"
Fine.
And your mother tells me that you came home with some garbage again.
It's not garbage, Dad.
It's a broken computer?
I can fix it.
I see. How's school?
Fine.
You keeping your grades up and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, very good, very good, very good. Well, I just wanted to chat with you. Your mom says that your room's a mess, and that she asked you to clean it 3 times, and that it's still a mess.
Sorry.
What are you gonna do about that?
I'll clean it.
When are you gonna clean it?
Just let me finish fixing the computer and then I'll do it after. I just need all my stuff.
I see. You're gonna have to make a check to convince him that fixing your computer is a higher priority than cleaning your room. And that's gonna be probably a empathize slash. No, it's gonna be a charm plus heart roll.
That is not a high roll.
Oh no.
I got one.
It's okay. You did way better than people with 6 and 7 dice. So
I was rolling 3 dice.
He's like, "All right, Isabella, you can work on your hobby, but I want you to listen to your mother next time. Don't make me have to tell you again.
Thanks, Daddy.
I don't enjoy coming home. I have to order people around so much at work. I don't enjoy coming home and having to order my own daughter around. But you know your mother.
Okay.
She won't let me get away with not putting my foot down.
Okay.
While you're at it, if you're not too busy, my radio is broken again, and it would make me very happy if you could fix it for me."
Okay, where is it?
It's he points at or he picks it up off of the side table and hands it to you.
Cool. So Isabella, like, big smile on her face, like, picks it, like, takes it from her father's hands and, like, kind of, like, scoots back up to her room.
Cool. When you go back up to your room, do you continue working on your computer or do you start working on his radio first?
The radio first.
Okay, cool. You can make a tinker plus tech check to see if you can fix this radio.
Oh. No.
No successes?
No.
Do you want to push?
What's interesting too is you can still, like if I read the rules correctly too, it's always possible that to take the condition for the success. Like you still get it done, but you're going to be exhausted.
Yeah,
it's going to take you so much longer.
You can.
To work on.
Well, what it is you can choose to push,
discretion.
which lets you re-roll the dice, which has a chance of success, but also comes with a chance of a condition. I think you can just also take a condition.
Because failing the dice doesn't always mean you always lose. You can
No,
still keep the story
it might mean
forward.
you succeed at a cost.
Yeah.
In which case, anyway, you're tinkering around with the radio. You do get it working. But I'm going to say it takes you longer than you wanted it to. You thought it would only take 20 minutes to fix his radio, and then you could get back to your computer. But it ends up taking you 3 hours.
Yeah.
And before you know it, it's dinner time, and and this is making you a little upset. A little upset. You wanted to fix the computer, but instead you ended up spending all evening working on the radio.
Yeah.
So you can take that upset condition if you want.
Yep.
And but you do get it working, and so you come down to dinner with the working radio. 3 hours later.
Yeah.
And your father has a big smile on his face. He gives you a hug, takes the radio from you, puts it on the table next to puts it on the dresser next to the dinner table, turns it on to his favorite station. And as your mother is passing out the dinner, and you're having dinner with your family, on the radio, it's a talk show that your dad likes a lot, and the host of the radio station, whose name is, someone roll a d20. By someone I mean Cassie.
I got it. Yeah. 7.
Cesare Wolf on the silver.
Caesar. Sorry, it's just
Caesar.
I just spelled Caesar wrong. That's all.
Caesar Wolf
Caesar Wolf is a great radio host.
is the radio host. Caesar Wolf, and his channel is the Silver Wolf channel. Yeah. So Caesar Wolf of the Silver Wolf channel. It has a talk show called Silver Wolf, an hour of entertainment with Silver Wolf.
The wolf cry, the howl.
Oh God. Just reads radio
And
dramas.
so he does radio dramas and he does talk shows and he does and he turns it on. He's like, yeah, we've been hearing a lot of strange happenings in the area lately. We're actually going to throw to the lines right now. So if you've got an interesting story to tell us about stuff that's been happening in and around the loop reactor, we'd love to hear about it. Our number is of course 555 55 555 555.
European numbers.
Yeah, 55. And somebody calls in, and it looks like we've got someone on the line right now. Look at this. We've got who's calling? And Cassie, you can roll another d12.
D12. 6.
6. Okay, so 6. Her name is Riga. Oh, hi, I'm a long-time listener, a first-time caller. My name is Riga from Aldesso. I have a farm out here, and I just wanted to say that there's a lot of strange things happening. We've been seeing a lot of strange creatures in the wilderness here. I haven't gotten a good look at them, but they're really big. Maybe bears. We might be seeing some bears, though bears are usually hibernating at this time of year. But maybe something woke them up. Anyway, I've seen every day for the past several days. I've seen every night, usually lurking in the darkness just outside my house. They're really starting to scare my animals. My dogs are frightened. She starts. I'm sorry, Miss Riga, you're breaking up. Can you maybe clear up your reception, or stand a bit closer to the phone, or maybe a bit further from your television set? I'm not sure what it is that's creating the feedback, but we're just having a hard time listening to you. And she's like, well, the large creatures, in the yard. Dogs are scared.
Kaiju. The guys in the Pacific Rim now.
Oh God.
Oh, I'm sorry, Riga. We seem to have lost the connection to your call, but we'd like to hear more about these large creatures that you've seen. Please do call us back. Give us a try again. We'll try to get you back on the air. And if anyone else from Aldesso can corroborate her story, has seen any of these large creatures, we'd like to hear from you too.
If only you hadn't
Our
lost
number
track
is
of the skater.
555-555-555-555. Or connect with us on our non-existent website, the silverwolf.com.
It's the 80s, so it would be alt.billboard.
Alt.billboard.
It'd be like those BB code billboard pages.
Oh God.
Or in Europe, it might even be like, or on your telebox, press 8830.
Isabella, what are you eating for dinner? You know what? It's not important.
You're eating dinner.
Let's go with potatoes and sausages.
Potatoes and sausages.
In the oven.
Your father's
in
favorite.
the oven. Yeah.
Your dad is a kind man, but he's working at the loop has drained him. So every day he comes home and it's just like he's not there like he used to be. Now all he does is he listens to his radio shows and kind of tunes out the rest, trying to detox from his day at work. So it's unfortunate, but and your mother asks you how you did at school. I'm sure you say fine. And that's the extent of your dinner time conversations. But we're going to move on from that scene.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go to dinner at the Foland household. Why don't you tell us what dinner is like? Both of you are in the scene. So why don't you tell us what dinner is like at your household?
Man, I don't even care. I'm not coming out of my room.
Okay, so you don't come down for dinner.
I'm done. I'm wondering if because Dad was out there so late on the
he's still out putting out the lights.
We're
so
just having like
your mother and Tommy are down.
Whatever's
at dinner.
left over from yesterday, we're having just like reheated.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't have a microwave.
No, but you can reheat it in a pan.
Yeah, you can. So you're still up in your room. So Tommy is there with his mom, and Dad's still up on the roof, and
cranking music.
You can hear his music really loudly. What song is playing?
Oh man, I don't even know. It's 87.
What's your favorite song?
It's my favorite song is fucking "We Will Rock You."
Okay, so "We Will Rock You" is playing really loudly on the radio from your brother's bedroom.
This is very irritating to me. Just sitting there with my mom.
You and your mother are just like eating dinner in silence. Your brother's blaring his music.
Like he's angry.
Dad is still
like
upstairs, up on the roof. What do you do?
So I might just tell my mom, like, I'm not even really that hungry. I can go back outside and help again. He's been out there for ages.
Well, your father has, he's got. He said he would get this work done, and you're injured. I'm not letting you go back out in the cold with a. You have to keep ice on that shoulder.
What time is it now?
It's late.
It's late. So it's too late to grab Tommy here and be like, "We're heading out and find the shed and screw around for a bit."
Probably. Yeah.
I want to do that anyways.
Yeah, of course you do.
Only nerds do that.
I'm definitely running off into the woods tonight or something to like
punch a tree.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have to say, like, it was my fault that I fell down. I was just being stupid and working too quick. I just.
Well, your father shouldn't have let a 14-year-old boy climb up onto the roof in the first place.
I help with that kind of stuff all the time. It was fine. I just worked too fast, and now I know not to do it anymore. I just don't want him out there any longer than he has to be.
Oh, you're such a sweet boy, Tommy. Your father knows what he's doing, and he'll be fine. Now, eat your dinner.
Oh, and, hey.
Since your mother is your anchor,
yeah.
Correct? So since you're spending a scene alone with your mother, I had originally intended for your brother to be here, but since you're spending a scene alone with your mother...
I am accidentally helpful.
Since you're spending a scene alone with your mother, when you spend a scene alone with your anchor... your anchor bolsters you and actually helps you to heal from your conditions, so your injury goes away.
Oh, so by not letting me run back out and probably fall off the roof again, my mom has helped me heal my shoulder.
Yeah. Here, drink this tea.
All right.
You'll feel better. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on to the next scene. Does anybody else have a scene they would like to do?
I mean, I want to get the gang together because we've all.
You want to get the gang? Okay, so
and we're out of time. We got 5 minutes left. I want to get us together and follow up on this clue that I don't even know about, but we've heard over. We've got a missing person on the radio, or not a missing person. We've got creatures on the radio, and my rival skating off into the fog in the direction of where those creatures are from. Mm-hmm. Something's happening in Aldelso.
So we're gonna move on then. We're gonna move on to another scene. It's now 2 days later, the 14th of December.
So I'm no longer exhausted.
Well, it's not like Dungeons and Dragons where you take a sleep.
Yeah, but have you?
Yeah, but I would assume I've spent time with my nana.
Spent time with your nana. Oh yes, that's what I want to do very quickly. Tell us about what it's like to come home to Nana at like midnight.
I am sneaking into that house and trying to be as quiet as a mouse.
Okay, make a sneak plus body check.
Okay, give me the decent dice. Sneak plus body.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, another 7 dice. Things I'm good at. We'll see if I can actually roll this time.
Don't mess it up.
Hey!
One success! Just one, but I'll take
So
it.
you managed to sneak in, and your Nana was waiting up for you.
Oh,
She doesn't spot you because you sneak in the back window.
Mm-hmm.
So she's still in the living room waiting for you to come home. How do you go downstairs and break it to her that you've actually been home for hours and you've been sleeping upstairs?
Change into your into your pajamas, go down to brush your teeth.
I change into my PJs and I eventually walk down the stairs slightly noisier and Nana,
You're home. Oh, you gave me such a fright. I didn't think you were home. When did you come home? I've been waiting up for you.
I'm so sorry. I wanted to draw something, so I just rushed upstairs and I don't know.
I called for you.
You.
Oh, come here. Come here. She gives you a big hug. And
I just kind of cuddle into her lap a little bit too.
yeah.
She probably has like a blanket on her, and I'm like,
She's like, well, did you eat? Because I had dinner prepared. It's cold now, but...
I can still eat it.
Okay, well,
I'm
let me heat up some of it for you.
Grumbly tummy.
She goes and heats up some for you. And you eat dinner with her, and then she puts you to bed and gives you a kiss on the forehead. You heal your condition. 2 days later. 2 days have passed.
Am I still mad about the radio? It's a little bit harder for me to talk to.
That's
my
fair.
anchor.
Do you want to do a? Do you want to do a scene? Let's see. Hang on. Who was
But
your
hanging out at the hideout for even just any time in the last 2 days.
hanging out at the hideout?
Yeah,
Also
that's fair.
can heal you. Your anchor is your science teacher. But anyway, we're gonna go to the hideout.
We go to the hideout,
sure.
and I grumble about this stupid radio, and everybody consoles me, and everything is a-okay.
Basically.
Sounds good. Okay, so you grumble this, and you heal your injury. This is 2 days later. It's been 2 days, and you're on your way. We're gonna come to Katri and Isabella. They're on their way together to the Foland house to play their weekly D&D game. And on your way there, you cross somebody who's putting up signs on a light pole, taping them to a light pole. Roll a d6.
Both of us, or
Whoever wants to.
somebody go.
5.
It's someone you know from school. His name is Moritz Kohler. Moritz Kohler.
Oh, hey, it's Maury.
It's Maury.
What's up, Maury?
Hello. Hello, Isabella. And I'm sorry, I forget your name.
Katri.
Katri. Hello.
Hello. I know you.
It's good to see
Big
you.
smile.
I'm just putting up signs because my dog has gone missing.
Oh.
And he's putting up signs as missing dog, lost dog.
Hmm.
None of you have seen him, have you? And it's a golden retriever, so it's and you have seen this kid with his dog before, so you recognize the dog. He's been gone for days now.
Hmm.
We think he's somewhere on. Someone spotted him on Munso, so that's why I'm out here. Yeah, he is from the larger island to the east.
Hmm.
Svartjålandet. Yeah. But he goes to your school.
No,
Somebody
I
spotted
haven't seen
him here.
him.
Well, if you should happen to see him, my family is offering a reward of 200 kronos to anyone who can find Goldie.
Do you have an extra one of those posters? I can take it with me.
Yes, here. He gives you a small stack. If you want to help me put some up, I would appreciate it. You don't have time right now, but... You know.
Yeah, that's fine. I take the stack of
Later, Isabella. Later. Let's go.
Okay.
As soon as I have time, I'll put these up.
Of course, thank you. And then you guys split up from him, and you go over to the Foland household, where you meet in the hideout. Where is your hideout?
It was the tool shed. Old tool shed behind the barn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we repurposed it.
Turned it
So
in.
you're
I've been painting the walls.
You're in the old tool shed by the barn where you're going to be playing your weekly Dungeons and Dragons game, and that seems like as good of a place as any to
all the storylines come
stop.
together.
Yeah.
We all walk into the same room.
Yep.
So my name is Joshua Barbo, and I've been your game master from Tales from the Loop. And to my left, your right is.
It is me. It is.
We gotta work on our energy and on our intros, on our plugging our names.
I'm bad at directions sometimes.
What's your name?
Hey everybody, it's me, Cassidy 20 Love Chew. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, playing Isabella, the computer geek.
Yeah.
Hello, it is Natalie playing Katri. I am Chaotic Rogue. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how are you? I'm John Blair playing Tommy. Hello.
And goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hi.
Goodbye. I mean,
Hi, I'm Justin.
Hello and goodbye.
Hi, I'm playing the jock. Henrik. I'm an asshole in this game.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm gonna have a good time. So the three of you are all in the shed, and I kind of want to end that last scene where like I show up late, last, kick the door open. All right, dweebs, are we doing this or not? And that's where it ends. It goes to credits. Because after all of that, if we were watching this as a TV show, there's nothing to show that Henrik is anything other than not. But then the big little twist at the end is not only is he a jerk, but he also is a barbarian. Levels of barbarian. And,
Has no respect for time.
you have no respect for time. Yeah, whatever. Let's go do this. There he is. That's him. I actually I convinced the DM to let me play a monster class, and so I'm actually like a bugbear human hybrid. And I call my character Bloodfist.
All right, we're gonna actually introduce the characters next session. So let's just finish this up. This has been a session from Terror Warriors Tales of the Loop. Join us next week for more fun.
Listen to the
More of
credits.
this. More action, but this also.
Okay, bye.
bye. See you soon.
The Terrible Warriors has new episodes every week, and join us next Tuesday for the second chapter in Tales from the Loop. And special thanks to our friends at Comics and Gaming Magazine for sending us a copy of this game. Tales from the Loop is published by Free League and Modiphius Entertainment, and our friends over at Free League sent us a copy of Tales from the Loop, Our Friends, the Machines, and Other Mysteries, an expansion to the Tales from the Loop game, and they sent us an extra copy as well, so why don't we give something away? Leave us a review on iTunes, we'll keep track of everyone who does that, and at the end of this month we're gonna do a little draw, we're gonna roll the dice, we're gonna see which one of you we're gonna be sending this book out to. So make sure to subscribe to the show, and leave a review on iTunes. Any review at all gets you entered into it. I wouldn't mind if it was a nice review. And at the end of the month, we'll let you know who won. Today's Terrible Warriors, and your kids who can't wait to start a mystery. Natalie Wallace, Cassie Chu, Justin Eacock, John Blair, and Game Master Joshua Barbo. And we'll see you back here this time next week, right here on the Terrible Warriors.